Hello. It is me again, playing video games again. Coping with the harsh realities of life again. Okay, I haven't played this for 2 weeks. Last time, I played Great God Grove instead. But the time before that, what was I doing? That's one of the problems with the Disco Elysium streams, is that they all kind of blur together. You have no idea how happy I am to watch you on my new computer. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad that it's working too, because you did seem quite sad that it was not. More Disco Elysium. And on a fancy new resolution. Oh god, my computer's already screaming at me. I really need to clean my computer. Like, I need to bust out the can of air and get some of the dust out. Okay. I vaguely remember that the last time I was here, I started talking to him, and then I stopped talking to him. And then I remember saving and saying that I need to remember to talk to him again when I start the game. So I'm going to talk to him. This is what my memory's telling me.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Can we go over a few details? You have a laptop, right? You definitely need to watch a guide for cleaning that. Yeah, I do have a laptop. I have cleaned it before. I also just need to bring it in because it's showing a little bit of its age at this point. I do remember the first time that I took it, because I upgraded the storage on the laptop from, I think, like 250 gigabytes to a terabyte. The computer guy that I took it to when at my old place, he was like, yeah, it was really dusty, so I cleaned it for you. And I was like, okay, got to keep an eye on that, because it had only been a year since I had first gotten it. So computer technology. Details concerning the murder.
Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you.
The mug collection I mentioned in the apartment was similar to the mug in the trash with the hangman's clothes.
Mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
I do enjoy how infuriating his voice is. This weasel might have cleaned up after the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
There's more police work than whacking an imaginary baton. I'm like, I see the allegiance with Everard by stroking his ego. I see the allegiance with the RCM here, and then say nothing. The RCM.
Of course, Harry. I'm not a real police officer. You are.
That remains to be decided.
That's all he's going to say on this subject.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
The name of the company is Krenel this time. Might have been Sediment before. There's so much information that I'm just like, I don't know if I should reveal this as a police officer, but who
Of
will.
course, you're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
I want to kill him. The Mighty Mercenaries are organizing a tribunal to take on the Hardys. Let's change the subject. Again, I feel like I shouldn't be revealing this information. I feel like this is too much information to reveal. But I don't know.
Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry. We union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that. I'm gonna lose sleep over this. Let's change the subject.
Probably should not have revealed that to him.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
You don't seem worried.
Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Everard before you've even courted him properly.
Oh, Harry.
He wants you to do more things for him before.
You mentioned a lawyer girl, and I have talked to her. She was a gardener at one point, and now she is not.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew, who I should have talked to you about before I talked to them, but I screwed that one up. That's okay.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
The 3 genders. Oh wait, no. Never mind. I thought that he was saying it was men who like beer and women and some order on the streets, but no, it's men liking beer, women, and order. Oh well. Everard, I met the Hardys. Can they cooperate with me?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Oh no, I'm getting bribed again. Not again. Why? I have money. I don't need to take your money. Why?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there.
Bruh.
But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
I'm just holding it out. I'm just presenting it. I'm just putting it in the air between us, and if you happen to get your fingers on it, then it's not out of my back pocket. How do I get out of this?
By all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
Again, do I talk to you about this? I don't know.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
Everett, I'm going to leave now. dude is so infuriating to talk to. Uh-oh. Why am I stuck? Uh-oh. Move. Move. Am I frozen?
Volumetric ship compressor.
Huh?
Bizarre scientific news from Rivershore West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit's singularity lasts.
I don't know if I should activate this. I don't know what it is for me, but I'll activate it. Oh god. Can I move now? Okay. I wasn't able to move until I accepted that. Interesting. Alright, where are we going? How do I get out? Help. Ah, there we go. Sometimes the paths are very well hidden. What's up, Kim?
Yes?
I just wanted to say hi. It's raining today. How are you doing, Leo? You're like the only name I remember.
I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Leo, you talk too much.
Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself.
Okay. Oh, and it's snowing now. It was raining, now it's snowing. Interesting. I look insane. How can you stand to be seen with me, Kim? I've already looked in that box. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the Hardy Boys. Because that is the only idea of what I have to do next. But yeah, as I walk there, the days are blurring together. I don't have a set schedule. I am continuing to lose my mind. I feel incredibly busy, and then I feel like I'm not doing anything at all, simultaneously, both at the same time. How's Meathead doing? Wait, your name's not Meathead. What's your name again? Measurehead. I knew it was head something. What up, Measurehead?
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will fall again.
I don't know if I should show him a stolen ID card. Subscribe. No. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
Damn. So but you're all part of the union.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Simmons. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
I'm not gonna pull out the stolen key card yet. I don't feel like it. What have you been up to,
Hola, wandering man.
mañana?
How can I help you?
Do you know the Hardy Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
There's only one law friend, and that's me! I am the law. I haven't chosen any of the options that are like this, though.
Why not? Must be nice being something else for a change. The rest of us are just folks.
Succeeded. What? Where's that coming from? Succeeded, medium 10, your total 10? I don't know what that means. I don't know why it's popping up. Kim! Kim! I think you're blocking my way down. Wait, did I just get cold? What are you up to? Oh, you're the scab.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Hey, tough guy, I have more questions.
Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
Maybe.
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
I actually don't have any questions for you. I even bought my own overalls. Good for you. Okay, we're going back to the Hardy Boys. I don't know that there's anyone else that I can really ask that would give me good insight about what's going on. What about the racist guy? What about you? What can you provide for me?
For something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yes, I am. I don't think there's anyone else that has a good input on the Hardy Boys.
Is this about the questions again?
Nope. Apparently it is not.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, "Your bottles clunk into the machine. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption."
I am good. There must be an alcoholic ending. I'm not getting it this time. Oops. Hello, I'm ignoring you.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Honk honk. I've come upon something incriminating. I have not. Bye. Okay, apparently I need to find something incriminating. Kim, what are we doing?
Yes?
Kim, I have nothing to say to you. What about you?
Just a moment.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast.
Oh.
Sorry for the inconvenience, man.
Why does that keep popping up? That's never popped up before. I reached a point of misery where it's hard to read at work because Annie reminds me too much of the customers. Oh no.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, I have Misery signed out, but I just haven't had a chance to actually look at it. I really need to actually sit down and start reading it.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Howdy, Lena. What's kicking?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
We have a phone. Kim, you have a phone in your car.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort, but at the moment her mind is on more serious matters.
Why is there suddenly these? I genuinely worry I'll finish it before you start. I mean, that is definitely a possibility.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why do you need the phone?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Sounds like this is more of a side thing. I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
I mean, I know that he's a cryptozoologist, but I haven't heard that personally.
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
Time to listen to her.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
So judgmental.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
Ooh, hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Ooh, spicy.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
What expedition?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday.
The water lock, that was broken. Could this be it?
Who's Gary? I expect him to be more professional, even if he thinks the person is whack. I mean, he did say it really professionally, and you do kind of assume that that kind of thing is a hobby, so I can definitely understand it. I just noticed in like the narrative that he was unimpressed and whatever. But yeah, there was, not to go off on a tangent, but I remember like at least 15 years ago watching a news segment where they were talking about Bigfoot and people that hunt Bigfoot. And I remember as a kid being really like concerned about how the news segment framed it, because they were interviewing these people that had severe passion and like investment in this in this thing in Bigfoot hunting. They took it seriously. It was like something that they devoted a huge amount of chunk of their time to. And I remember being like, wow, man, these people are really passionate. Maybe they are misguided, but they're getting interviewed by this news station thinking like they're sharing something that they're deeply involved in. But the way that the news station framed it was all very much like a joke, and they had like the goofy music and the graphics, and I was like, So yeah, it's very interesting. I do think that there is, I started that sentence incorrectly. I do think that you have to treat people that believe in these things and devote a significant amount of their life kindly and respect what they do. But there is definitely a point where it's like they're investing a lot of time into something that conclusively has been mostly hoaxes and jokes and blurry cameras, and it's like there is a bit of a delusion that comes with it. But people that kind of fall into it are the same kind of people that get involved in cults and get involved in just scams in general. So you gotta have some empathy for it. Who's Gary?
Sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Water lock's broken. They might be stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
Word around the canal is that cryptid destroyed it.
Oh, now you're just having fun at an old woman's expense. In any case, thank you for looking into this. It takes a weight off my shoulders. Thank you both.
Oh, she's so nice.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let you know that you're here, or when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear.
I have too many tasks. Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids. Tell me about Morel.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin.
What does he look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
If I were trying to meet him in the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
Yeah, we don't have anything better to do.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
How did you meet?
By a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident. And he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
Good for you guys.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
That's all.
I hope I've been useful.
What is this total thing? This total thing never popped up before, and I don't know why it's popping up now. Tell me more about this rare insect that your husband is looking for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Oh, yeah. Here comes the interesting...
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us officers.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
Oh, there's definitely like a cryptozoology alternate universe someone has written 100,000 word fanfic for.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think it's around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So newspaper clipping is all the evidence that you have.
Most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insil Indian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Ah.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
Well, I'm glad that I've distracted her.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insil Indian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Can I eat it?
Yes. It can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
Does it taste good with ketchup?
Oh, dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Sure, let's do this roll.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Hey, Lena, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids that you studied. Can you tell me about a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
Oh, God.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Okay, Kim, just one little cryptid.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Cryptids, cryptids. Let's hear about all the interesting cryptids. Ooh, tough choice there.
Oh, God. Instead of cryptid on this pen that you gave me, are there any invisible cryptids? This has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else. I like danger. Tell me about the most dangerous cryptid.
The gnome of Jeroma.
Hello? The gnome of Jeroma. Immediately in my mind, I'm thinking of a tonberry.
Oh, it is. None of its victims survived. Or even relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue.
What does the cryptid look like?
It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and a gangly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it. It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks, confirming the existence of this very little species?
Okay, I'm asking the hard-hitting questions as always.
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom.
That's not how that works.
Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
I'm keeping true to my promise. I'm not going to ask for any more.
Of course, dear.
I'll eventually return to that. Hey, Gart! Oh, God. There we go.
Can I help you?
I mean, I could pay my bill right now, so I don't have to think about it later. I'm gonna sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Why not?
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
About my bill.
The 20 real.
I have 20 real.
You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
I know. Well, that wasn't anything that I wanted. What about you?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod.
Never mind. Tomatoes are sliced so thinly you can see through them. Well, trying to get the most out of your resources. I don't know what I should do. Who I should talk to. Can I talk to you at all? No. You have taken yourself out of the equation. Hi! It's all about money, you know? I do know. You're on the roof. Kuno, do you ever sleep? Can I take you down yet? I don't think I can.
He still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
You've waited long enough. Oh!
To that corpse smell.
I have the
Is all it does now.
the shit compressor, so I can do it.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
It's been 24 hours. I can finally take the corpse down. Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Every episode of you playing Disco Elysium is you dissing Kuno. He is just there and throwing rocks at a body. He has nothing. He's contributing nothing to society.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Knowing Kuno, he would have taken off the underwear at this point. How do we get him down?
We should have a look at that belt before we even consider taking him down. It looks worrisome.
Belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
I mean, it looks like the kind of thing they use for fastening down shipping containers.
Industrial strength. The can used for tying cargo to lorries.
Yep, exactly. Like in a harbor.
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dark workers from the harbor did it. They wanted him to stay there. Polyester seems strong. Yeah, how do they get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Assuming dock workers did it.
Yes. The debrief we got from the Wild Pines representative appears to be solid too. A lynching is what this looks like.
And they definitely wanted him to stay there. I mean, based on what you just said before, it was a matter of convenience.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands.
I've never seen that term before, rabbits.
This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
Well,
the cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
So many good words for dead bodies. Cadaver, corpse. Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Uh-oh. Where?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where?
In the past. Way out in the west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer. Go ahead, Kobo.
Kobo. What's happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your Imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
You know, I don't think Harry's doing so good.
He loves those.
Why? I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
Remind you of someone.
Myself in the bathroom mirror.
There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you will be just like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks.
Well, I've given up drinking.
Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver area, tiny red lines on the skin above waist level, more like days, Coppo. The clock is ticking. Your liver tells you so.
Why do I love questions?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me all the questions.
Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Copo. It was love all along.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
I'm Harry.
No, you're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the motherfucker.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Yeah. Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
Gaming.
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Maybe this will lead to something eventually. The clown lips on the corpse appear to smile. The face rotates before you slowly.
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
Okay.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Your boots look like knight's armor.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor.
Ah.
Possibly part of a larger set.
Yeah, I was saying that it looks like armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Why do you know so much, Kim?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Damn. Pull it off.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Grab the boot under your arm.
Stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Uh-oh.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Lieutenant, you seem distressed. Why?
You're about to pull his head off.
No, I'm not.
Do it, Homo!
I'm not a homo.
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer.
Bruh.
You're about to seriously compromise the coroner's case. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
They would go well with my bell-bottom pants. I didn't even want to take them off, I just thought I would try. I don't know what my goal was in trying to take them off. I also don't know why I said that I'm not a homo. Advance in any technology, we should conduct research into their weaknesses. There might be clues inside the boot.
Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave what's inside to the boys at processing? Just this once. Besides, there's no way you are getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots for 7 days. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think they are the only thing left on him?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Okay, got it.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Where's the rest of it?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Ah. I have to talk to Kuno again? Maybe he was just wearing... Yeah, understood.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form. Ageless and synthetic. A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
I don't know if I should do this. Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly.
It looks out of place, I guess.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
Oof.
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Ka-ching.
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
No, I'm not saying that.
What was that about the constabulatory before? You need to push some buttons if you want to recruit the lieutenant in a conspiracy.
If this constabulatory is dragging their feet on, why not start ourselves before good men die?
So they don't get shot in the foot? I think our extremities are fine without the dead man's boots.
Oops. Well, no one said it would work. Back to detecting now.
How could he afford such expensive hardware?
Work for Cornell, like Joyce told us. This is military equipment provided by a wealthy security contractor with state ties, way above what we have.
Kim is very loud this episode. Yeah, he's very talkative. It's very nice to hear his voice. Alright.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Damn.
The fist clenches suddenly.
It'll be marked with bullet holes. It'll be riddled with disco. Disco.
Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, it disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
Map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
Low-key, I kind of worry about sharing my screen with you for movies and stuff if the revolution can be annoying. No, it should be fine.
So am
I acquiesce to whatever I am given. I'm not very picky. I was listening to a streamer talk about like 30 FPS versus 60 FPS, and I was just like, I don't fucking care. This means nothing to me. If like I'll notice 15 FPS. I've noticed like Breath of the Wild when you go into the Lost Woods when that gets busy, but other than that, I don't really notice the picky things, the graphics.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm.
I used to watch anime in 144p, and I was happy.
He takes a thin piece.
I was happier back then.
From his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
Etruget Sunshine. Mini.
This means nothing to me.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound.
Oh god.
A shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Cool. What do we need it for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. This was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Now, if you could find someone to decipher it.
The thing with the 60 FPS, 1440p is that you don't know how good it is until you actually experience it in real life. I mean, I have experienced better quality things and then I go, oh, this is so nice, but I don't really mind either way. I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
Oh, I'm gonna lose it. Why would he give it to me? I've lost my gun, I've lost my badge. Why would he trust me like this?
A glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why am I doing it?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
His face and hands are pink, and everything else is green.
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
Disgusting.
So, what do you think?
He is dead. He's beaten up. Something's coming out of him. I mean, we've already figured this out.
They do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
Coin slot?
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
He is dead.
I agree. There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently.
Ah.
Totally dead.
Oh no, I'm gonna beat a dead horse, aren't I?
No siree.
Oh my god. What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Yep, it's a lynching.
Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death.
Something's coming out of
A
him.
pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
Ah, purge. Disgusting.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
That is the beeping of my Tamagotchi wanting to go to sleep. So I'm going to press the buttons to make it go to sleep. In 2 minutes, my other Tamagotchi will make the same sounds.
The fuck are you saying?
Talking about shit.
I guess we did get lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
You should feel lucky.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
We looked at the belt. Can we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
I think I got everything. I don't think I can talk to him again.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Of course. You have questions, don't you?
No, I don't.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento.
Yeah, we're getting him down.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Wasn't there a ladder somewhere around here? Can't we do... Oh god. The second Tamagotchi has gone off. Keon Tamagotchi is also noisy. Noisy. Yeah, you can actually turn off the sound. I just live on my own, so I don't need to. I thought that there was a ladder. Can someone else do it? We could saw the branch. We could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
It's dangerous, but we could do it.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Ah, fair enough. Environmental. Can someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
Yes. Someone below a detective.
Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. That is a detective. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Could we shoot him down? We don't have a... Wait, do I have a gun? I can't remember if I got my gun back. I don't think I did.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Shoot the belt. The bullet will break it.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, It's an awfully stupid idea.
I feel like encouraging him. I think that Kim could do it. Take the shot.
I'll blow his head off.
Take it! Take the shot!
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow
Oh.
sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket
Uh-oh.
and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks,
Now shoot Kuno.
securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
This isn't gonna go well. Easy does it.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Well,
he feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
okay.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
I don't want to be mean to Kim. Well, no.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can put him down without assistance.
Can I have the gun?
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks.
He shrugs, and then he loads it!
I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
Oh no.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
I'm gonna shoot Kuno.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, an A9 armistice, before. At some point, it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Well, apparently I'm shooting the belt. I wish I could shoot Kuno, but I don't have the balls to do it.
The buckle
Uh-oh.
comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Close your left eye first. I can't. No, that's the Kuno S. I wanted to point it at Kuno. Oh no. Oh no, the bad decisions are up. I'll get yelled at if I point it at a child.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves.
It's actually not a good idea.
Entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the morning light as the corpse slowly rotates.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
I know that I'm not going to get a good ending, and I really want to point my gun at her. I really want to point my gun at Kuno. Forgive me, Kim. Oh god.
You feel as though it would be dangerous to set this creature free to roam about the cosmos.
Kim's so calm. Fine. It's so tempting. It's so tempting, but I'm not a good shot.
Intense shit, copper.
Could waved his gun. It wasn't intense, it was pathetic.
Responded to provocation? No. I would have done it. But Kim said don't, and then that made me not want to. You know what?
The lieutenant takes the gun carefully from you and holsters it. His eyes are narrow and he doesn't comment on your antics.
Fucking pussy didn't shoot shit, did he? Didn't shoot me. Didn't shoot himself in the mouth.
Didn't shoot me. There is sincere disappointment on her face. This kid was expecting pandemonium and release from her mortal coil.
Well, that's a little depressing. What about the body?
We need to go to the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have men.
Why didn't we just begin that way?
I did not want us to be indebted to a man like Everard Clare. I wanted us to be able to deal with it ourselves. That is clearly not the case. We need help.
You need to suck my dick. Why the fuck am I still alive?
What a mood. I thought that there was a ladder somewhere around here that we could get. I could have sworn that there was. I think that person is the racist. Kim, we don't have to talk to anybody. There's a ladder. I remember that there was a ladder somewhere. I think someone was painting with it. What's up with you? You're new. Good one.
Yes? Hello?
Hello. I had a customer who had threatened to call her lawyer because I told her she'll have to pay for a trip fee if she wants immediate dispatch. Wow. Interesting.
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
Oh, that's fine.
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Logic. Facts and reasons.
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Good.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
Do you need my help?
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
Is your husband missing?
My husband? No, he's not.
Where is he then?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
Kim is just watching me harass people and was like, okay.
I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time. No.
I can help you find your missing husband.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
As far as you know.
She has, though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her that it's okay.
It's okay.
What?
It's alright not to know where your husband is.
Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me. My husband is not missing.
But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe it's something else then.
What is happening here? Are your children missing? Is your cockatoo missing? Why would... is your child missing?
No, absolutely not.
Where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
Nanny, where are they?
They're not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home. Smoking. Given the ladder.
I see.
I'm losing my mind. Is your cockatoo missing?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
That's a compliment.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Kim, why do you enable me? Is your cockatoo missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure.
Great.
What did you mean by me being a cockatoo?
Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Apparently I'm gonna get a task from this.
The story's open.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
That was entirely unnecessary. Wait,
Yes?
I didn't mean to talk to you. I meant to look at the thing that I had over my head, but then it disappeared. Wait, there it is. Takes willpower to read even the author's name. Jane Kaus from Iguana. Child.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this anyways?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Oh my god. Encyclopedia failed, and it's like, what is a book? What is a postcard? What's a board game? I know them all.
You're fooling nobody.
Don't sass me.
Sir, are you okay?
No, I'm not.
I've been standing here silently for a while now.
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
Her name is Annette. I don't need to know this. Who is that?
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
She's your aunt? Why is she distressed?
I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
Ah. I've gotten some evidence. What's romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about when everyone's poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to read about real things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
What about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
But what if it's well written?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
Wrong answer. That's a horror story. Man and lady businesses don't work out at all.
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Do you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
No. Think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, only it's really long and drawn out, scarred for life, phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
I'm bullying a child at this point.
Yes, she knows books, definitely.
You clearly have issues you need to address. Later, when you get the chance, you should address these issues.
Maybe some about other books?
I'm good. I don't need to talk to this child about books. Kim, why do you put up with me? We have a murder investigation, and we have gone on such a tangent that this has taken over a week now. Please don't interrogate a child about her literary tastes. She was answering my questions. If I keep asking, she keeps answering. That's just a conversation. I'm not interrogating. We're having a good time. I could have sworn that I saw a ladder at some point. Joyce, do you have a ladder?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I have a photo of the victim.
She reaches for the photo, takes it, then holds it in her hand for about half a minute in silence.
It was taken with a trigate not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What are you thinking?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
I'm not going to suggest anything because Kim was like, no, they're not stars.
Cities, and the oceans. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Delorian century. As early as 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
Soul is fastened to the corpse.
That is precisely what the sailors feared when they drew these maps. The fear of drowning within one's own corpse.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stads Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semnes Islands, then this. Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Can you tell me anything more?
His platoon members? The other contractors, though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Mark down, ask Mark about the tattoos. You're right, it's not a good idea. I'm going to ask him about the tattoos.
Do what you have to do, detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security, but if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I don't need to ask you questions about reality. But I also don't know what purpose that serves for me in terms of the stuff that I have to do. Can I do this? Does this do anything for me? Oh! Hello! Do you have a ladder? Firing squad for the rich. Indeed, indeed. Oh, I'm back here. I need a ladder. I could have sworn that I saw a ladder at some point. Racist mugs?
A row of mugs sits on the shelf.
Nah, I'm good. Smell of disinfectant in the room. Smells like chemicals. Oh! Is that new? Kim, do you notice it?
Yes.
Like they disinfected the room? They got rid of evidence? Because I don't remember it being like this when I opened it up. But I'm also not noting anything. What's this?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Impossible. I don't have conceptualization. Alright. I don't want to talk to Everard anymore. I hate Everard. I think that Everard's awful.
This point-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle. while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary.
I think I've already done that, and it says Kuno or something on it. Can I skip across these rocks? I think that would be fun. A little bit of platforming in my video game. This shit ain't nothing to me. What are you guys doing? I need a ball. Huh?
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye. Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
Why?
Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool. I don't like your machine, Lieutenant. It looks impractical. Motor carriage, one of many. I think you have a cool car, Kim.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
If it makes Kim happy, then I will ask him about it. What in there made the infernal whirring sound that woke me up? What's packing?
130.
I don't know what that means.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
He's trying to suppress a smug smile unsuccessfully. I don't understand this communication right now.
Saying these words brings him immense joy.
Oh, I'm so happy that he's happy. A fine machine.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down.
I also want to see Kim smile.
It's a bit girly right now. Fit it with some proper off-road components.
With a winch and mud titers, we could take it off the beaten path. You need to slam it, Kim. Make it more imposing.
Anything else?
What woke me up?
You mean the coil noise? When variable current passes through wires that make up the coils on the electrical system of this machine, it causes vibration in the wires and the cores of the coils. When the frequency of the current in the coils falls within the audible range, the resulting vibration creates the whiny sound you mentioned.
What a binoclard. Whatever you do, don't make fun of the lieutenant for explaining this to you.
I would never make fun of Kim. How do you know all that?
I have pretty much maintained my vehicles by myself ever since one was assigned to me. You inevitably pick up some knowledge on the way.
There's pride in there. A trained driver knows his ride.
Okay, just a little bit of Kim appreciation and car rambling. I'm happy for him. Sewer grate, gateway to the river of filth. True. True.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
I'll pull it anyways.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens.
Oh well.
The spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
I know. I just wanted to see if it could work. Take it. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. Take it. That was a crinkly noise in my earball. You're still selling stuff. What's in your box here?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
I noticed this a while ago, but I think they changed the UI for success odds, I assume to make it easier on the eyes because of your text settings. Ah. Because, yeah, that little box that says success wasn't coming up before. Rummage.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Sirai's plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
I'm good. I think I'm at the edge of the world. Trash. Oh, I'm stealing the garbage. They're okay, yeah. My collection of bottles in my bag. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Tommy, you don't like me anymore, do you?
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
I think you made yourself into a bad person. Tell me more about the strike.
Like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
I should go on strike.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much in the hours alone. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
I don't know my mother, but I'd go on strike against her too, for my rights. Your mother.
I don't think you understand how that joke goes, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
What is the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Ka-ching.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of us who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
And what about you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Tommy the man.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
French last names are a lot of fun. Because then you translate them and you're like, ah, your last name is Cheese. Or ah, your last name is Little Brother. Okay. Why did you choose this for your last name? Aha, your last name, Granouille. Frog, I see, I see. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to go back to Everard, but I think I have to go back to Everard. I don't think I have to. What?
Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
No.
Cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's the future leader of the proletariat uprising.
No, it's not.
It's a third option.
No. Stop goofing around.
Bruh.
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit.
I'm just making a fool of myself.
Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer of law. It's time to ace this case and not brood over your reputation. We can deal with the perception management later.
Fuck it, I guess.
There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found right now.
I found your husband, apparently. This is completely normal. Normal behavior.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
Well, I found him nevertheless.
Very well then. Where is he?
There.
Excuse me? I don't follow.
There's something else hiding in her voice, though. A trace of worry.
I found a working class drunk and I thought he might be yours.
Right, because working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
Something bad, I guess. I'm sorry. I say stupid things sometimes. I didn't mean to annoy.
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
Ah, lad. Knew it.
You told me your husband's alright.
I did, and he is. He's also an alcoholic.
And he's also missing.
No, he's not. Or maybe he is. I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends. I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
Apparently, he was actually missing.
There. She's worried now.
Kim, is it just me or do we have a missing persons case here? Don't worry, I'm gonna find him and bring him back home. If he is with friends... Do we have a missing persons case here, Kim?
I wouldn't be so sure. Man, just to be completely clear, do you want to report it to the police?
Report what? He's just out drinking with his friends. I'm sure the police has better things to do than to chase down local goofballs.
I'm ready to chase down every goofball in town. Now, I need to finish this game in a reasonable amount of time at some point.
They are not all they're cracked up to be, officer.
Why not?
Because people either show up on their own, or you never find them.
I'm never gonna finish this game. I want a missing persons case.
He has questions now.
What kind of questions?
What does he look like?
Honestly, not that different from you.
Oh, good to know. Late stage alcoholic, then.
That's one way to put it, yes. No offense. I'd also add he's a little bit chubby.
Okay.
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand sewn. I made it myself.
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change.
Who cares about the cold when you have your cool jacket to wear? You can completely sympathize.
I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
Well, if that jacket is really that cool, I can understand.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast. And it's making her more and more worried.
When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning, he went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home.
There's a library here?
Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
That's sad.
Gone for around 36 hours then. Damn, this is a missing persons case. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
Okay, cool.
So you are going to look for him?
Sure.
She genuinely wants you to know. Don't make her ask.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself.
She tries to maintain
Oops.
a brave front, even though her eyes reveal the opposite.
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
Oh.
I will. Of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing.
Okie doke. Whatever you say. There's a library here? I haven't seen a library. I don't want to go to Everard. I think I have to go to Everard. I thought I saw that ladder somewhere around here. Wait. The lawyer lady, I think, had a ladder. Hi.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Never mind. I thought that you had a ladder. I'm also feeling tired, so I want to do something before wrapping up today, but I don't know what. I could have sworn that there was a ladder. I have a very vague memory of a ladder in my brain. But I'll just go to Everard. I don't want to go to Everard. Everard's the last person that I want to go to. But I think I have to go to him, unless I don't. Unless I just don't know this game well enough. How do I get out of here? Isn't it this way? Am I confused? Oh no, I'm not. There we go. Here we go again. Is there anything new over here? There's some bottles. This is some good coin.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
How hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
I don't think it was me.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
What do you mean it was me? I must have been miserable. I must have been on an advanced scouting mission in the harbor.
Yes, this looks pretty advanced, alright. For now, let's just move on.
At this point, I'm just doing a community service by cleaning up my bottles. Kim, you're getting in the way of my cleanup. There's still more. I think there's still one more. Ah, that last trash is fine.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door.
Okay, there's nothing left in there. Ooh, I didn't see these stairs. I can't go down these stairs. Alright. Back to Everard, and then I'll probably save. Everard, you sound so disappointed about quitting. I feel like I'm following the path that is obvious. I know there's probably multiple. This is a game that's going to be researched afterwards.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Can you get the dead body down?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
You're a community leader. Help the community out.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. Namely, he needs it to be taken down. Please extend him this courtesy.
Ah, Measurehead?
You can find Luke down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you, now that he's back on his feet.
I'm getting help from Measurehead? I gotta see this. Okay, I'm not gonna quit yet. I'm gonna see what Measurehead's gonna help me with. I also don't want help from Measurehead, but I guess I'll take what I get. There's just so much game. There's just so much. There's so much story too. I think that the next longer game I play is going to be a lot more game than disco, because this is not very much game. This is a little bit of a glorified RPG. Is Measurehead gone? Oh, it's not Measurehead? Or is it Measurehead? It's you, right?
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will fall again.
Help us with the dead body.
So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
I like that I won one incredibly slim gamble, and it has been a good gamble to win.
While I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge.
Uh-oh.
That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
No.
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union.
Nar. Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
I can't.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way.
Bruh.
His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
That means that showing everyone we're taking orders from the Union.
Yes. That is precisely what it means, homunculus. This is not going to happen any other way.
Okay, I want to explore my options before that happens.
Fine. Goodbye. Return to your degeneracy.
My degeneracy? In any case. There must be other options. There must be other ways to get that body down. I will find those options later. I am tired. It's not disappointment about quitting, it is feeling a little sleepy. And I have to get up early tomorrow. Maybe. I have a couple of students this round of students that I'm helping with. But my god, they're all just chronic cancelers or late notice, hey, sorry, I had something else, I can't get to class. And I'm just like, guys, you gotta give me a little heads up here. I don't mind quitting, well, I don't mind not having a lesson be done, but also it's 8 a.m. I gotta get some notice because of the time zone difference. But yeah, anyways, I will do this again next week, and I'll figure out how to get the dead body down from the tree. The same problem that I've had since episode 1. How to get the dead body down from the tree. There must be a way to do it that doesn't involve... Hey, Kim? Can you stop that? That doesn't involve getting too vocally on the side of the Union. I don't know. I'm very curious how many endings there are to this game, because it feels like there's just so much to do, and there's so much to get involved with. Thank you for stream. I'm sorry about your students. Thank you for watching stream. And no, it's just my current students. I've usually had pretty good students. It's just like I have 2 right now, and 2 is too many to have these chronic cancellation problems. But yeah, thank you for watching. I am going to go lie down, and I will be back next week. I hope that you have a good week. I hope that the computer troubles are not too bad. And yes, have a good evening.